Why should people listen to my music? That's a good question. Well, I do believe my music is beyond the realm of a lot of other artists. I don't rap or hip-hop, whatever you want to call it, about the same old thing. Money, women, you know, the stupid, repetitive stuff that everybody seems to like nowadays. It's something different. I mean, so I think if you like different, you'd like it. It's kind of in your face, you know. I just say what I think needs to be said, what the society right now needs to hear. You know, everything's getting so taboo to say anything about somebody's race, religion, you know, sex, whatever it may be, and I think that's making us, you know, really soft as a country, as a society. So I think by me putting that out there and, you know, creating that kind of rawness with music. I mean, there's a lot of people that say they're raw out there, but I mean, it's still the same hip hop. I mean, like, I really believe my morals and values are inside of my music. Like, everything I say in my music is real. There's really no hypocrisy in it. Like, if you ask me something about my music and how I live my life, it is my music. Like, there's a lot of rappers out there that preach a good message, but they don't live the message. I actually live the message. You know, it's like, I feel I'm the real deal when it comes to, you know, thought and theory music, if you will, or, you know, projecting an image of, you know, something that is, you know, I don't know if you want to call it political or whatever it may be. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of other rappers out there that claim to be political and whatnot, but then when other things come up, they don't back it up per se. So I think that's a good reason to listen to it. Like I said, I think no matter what, there's no in between for it. You're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. And either way, I think if that's the case, then I think I got my message across, because if you hate it, then obviously you're paying attention to the message I was trying to create. It'll probably offend you, and then that's what I go for. If I offend you, then it stirs things up in your mind, and that's all I'm trying to do. I'm not saying my music is right or wrong in any aspect, but it's the fact that, you know, it's like throwing a brick at somebody. You know, if it hits them hard enough, maybe they'll be like, oh shit, something hit me, you know, and rethink everything in their head or rearrange their thought process. And that's kind of the theory I use, the metaphor, you know, throwing bricks, because like I said, you really need to think and analyze any situation, not just music. And that's like what I'm saying, not just music in itself, but every aspect of your life, you know, whether relationship, you know, your work environment, everything needs to be analyzed to a T. I mean, you can make it obsessive, but I think that's what we need as a society. I mean, anything. I mean, the smallest little thing can create a change and make a difference, instead of us all just kind of jumping on the bandwagon. And that's what also I'm trying to do with the music, is not create a cliche or, you know, something that somebody likes because they like it. You know, oh, those beats are tight or those lyrics are tight. I don't really care if you like it or not. It's, like I said, it's just thought and theory. I don't do it for people. You know what I'm saying? It's almost myself. It's almost like therapy to get things off my chest that I have to say or have bottled up. I mean, I love it when people come up to me after a show and say, man, I really got what you were saying. You know, I mean, that makes it worth it, because I am trying to spread some kind of thought to other people, you know, and say, like I said, not that it's right or wrong what I'm saying, but if somebody comes up to me and says, well, I overlooked this, and, you know, I analyzed this now differently because of what you said, I really saw it. You know, I don't know. I think, like I said, a lot of people are blind to a lot of aspects in this life, and not to say I'm not blind to them too, but like I said, I try culturally and, you know, socialistically to, you know, take everything in and separate it and analyze it and see what is good for me. Like I said, the moral boundaries of myself and my music are, you know, basically the same. I don't know. Am I special? No, I'm not special at all. I'm nobody. I'm just like everybody else. We're just another thing that can be thrown away. The scum of the earth, that's what the human race is, and that's what we'll always be. And in my head, I believe that we'll never make it any further, but since I am human, I have that attachment to my own self and my race that I believe we can get out of this, that we can spawn into something better, that we can evolve. But in reality, I really don't think we can. And any special wise, like, am I special because the music I said is different? No, because I think anybody can do this. It just takes a little drive, I guess. Any music, to really do anything with music, or just to put your thoughts on a piece of paper and, rhyme or sing over, some kind of music. It's an art. I think anybody, if they really wanted to, can do it. There are people that are talented at it, but that doesn't make them special. We're all capable of the ability to do anything in life, and I think that's what makes me more upset about the human race in itself, is that we have the ability at our fingertips, but yet we squander everything. And that's, if you listen to my music, you'll hear that in there, the fact that, we have so many things that we could do, but yet we just fail over and over again, whether it's because, we're not in touch with ourselves, or because we believe all this other hype or all this other bullshit that, is being fed to us, whether it's, from whatever, society, government, our families, our friends, whatever it is, you really can't believe anybody. You gotta, find yourself and kind of stick to your own thing and, stay true to yourself, I guess. Like I said, follow that moral code that you believe in. Not to say you have to believe in a God or a religion, but whatever works for you, stick to it. If you're a murderer and that's what you do and that's your code, then so be it. I don't see anything wrong with that. There's a lot of people that think things like that are wrong or heinous and shit like that, but it's not. To look at things, or murder or abortion, stuff like that, as a cruelty. It happens all the time in nature. That's how society, dwindles itself down. You have to have genocide at one time just so the population doesn't overexert itself, and then we all starve to death. Darwinism. It's kind of the same thing, and I think that's what society's getting away from with, making people live longer because of medicine and whatnot, or telling people not to get an abortion because, of their religion or whatever. Certain things need to die. That's just how they are. Otherwise they become, a crutch, or they become, something for somebody else to carry, which, I don't want to be no burden to anybody else. I don't think anybody else should be a burden to somebody else, so it's their choice to get rid of that burden. So be it.